guys, it's been a while since I did a speed paint chat, and I found some old OCs from like 2nd grade that I need to redo. I guess I'll just kind of jump into explaining it. I haven't done a speed paint chat in a while, let alone a good one. So these characters were made in maybe 2nd, 1st grade. They were made quite a while ago, maybe 4th grade latest. They were supposed to be magical girls, but like going against the cliche magical girl friendship thing while also feeding into it, where all the girls themselves were very weak, but friendship together made them strong, and they just get a member that would be super strong and doesn't need them at all and can take out all the bad guys no problem, and they just are kind of like attempting to cope with their meaning and why are we here if we're just, if she can just do this for us. But for some reason, when I redesigned these the first time, I completely threw out that idea in favor of them not being having powers at all, being vigilantes. I don't know if I said that right, but they had this bandana that made them who they were, and it was super cool, and their outfit designs were disgusting, and there wasn't a rhyme or reason for anything. And I just sat down the other day and I looked at Red's old design and went, yeah, no, this needs to be fixed. This is the worst. And while I really, really like the first idea of just basically magical girls having a crisis, the vigilante idea seemed to fit like the overall outfit designs and character interactions more, with them just kind of being like very loud and out there, and like making them kind of an anti-government girl gang who fights crime, which is a lovely sentence. And so as you saw in the beginning, there were 6 girls, and I think I'm going to keep it at 6 girls. I may get rid of yellow, but I'm not sure. Maybe blue. I may get rid of one, but I doubt it. With the typical 5 and then purple added because she was supposed to be that super strong character. And I liked my design of, like, most of them. Purple, as you can see, I did a complete overhaul on because her design just absolutely sucked. She was the weakest. I redesigned her like 3 separate times when I did it, and it just never worked. And also there was just like barely any diversity in the team, so I wanted to fix that with her design, and I just failed the first time. Red and pink worked well, blue worked well, green worked well, yellow was lacking, blue was fine, I guess. I never really drew the torso for blue, and they didn't have 100%. Since I couldn't get into designing them as just for fun, just drawing them as characters in general without even thinking who they were, it was hard to like create personalities for them. So when I decided to do them this time, I gave them like 20 outfits each and then merged them all together with my own idea of style and color and whatever, and just make them actually visually appealing rather than just, yes, monochromatic. And they still are monochromatic because I love monochromatic. I ditched some designs. They just sucked. They weren't good, and I didn't like them, and it's fine, I guess, but when redesigning something, I just had to make it more appealing and just better, and just I love them now. They're great, they're lovely, and they're amazing. And I don't have any names for them though. I've just been referring to them by colors, and honestly, if you guys have names for them, please drop them in the comments. I have like purple for Penelope, or Penelope for purple, but no others. Just, I love them, but they just don't have names. Since I don't have a transition, I'm gonna talk about the design, like the first wave of designs, which was the one that I did in my 2nd grade sketchbook, that I just, Purple was just going to be a big nerd. She was the only one that I had like semi-fleshed out. She was just a copy from the one, I think it's Tecna from Winx, which was just super obvious in the first redesign. I just blatantly copied it, and Pink was a child, and there was no other plans. all I had was just red, looked kind of like squarish, her hair, and that's it. That there was no more. It was so bad. I loved having the idea of Pink just being the baby of the group, but then when I decided, oh, I'm gonna make them vigilantes, there wasn't a way to fix that, and she became not a baby of the group. But then she also still looked like a baby, and it was horrible and a mess. And I just made Blue the baby of the group, which didn't work. Who thought that you didn't think things out when you were like drawing a random drawing in 2nd grade? Who knew? So when I decided to redesign them the first time, I put a lot more thought behind them, with each character having more personality and general relationships with each other. Yellow was Purple's mom, Red and Green were dating. All of them had poorly written backstories and flaws, but still backstories and flaws. And it was cool and epic, but as you can see, Red, I didn't change much. I loved her so much, and when I redesigned her the first time, she was just great overall and just lovely, and like she was just the loud one of the group, and she was sassy, and that was just her only character trait. So when I redid her, I still kept that loud appearance, but I'm definitely going to like write more into her character. And then with Pink, like you're seeing right now, I wanted to still keep that like bubblegum, bright character thing while making her more of a person, not just a placeholder. Lots of them seemed just placeholders for characters rather than actual characters themselves. And so when I did Pink, I made her just more like, I guess she seems more like one of those prep girls, like a Heather, if you will, just very stuck up, kind of rich, but not that much. Just she's very popular and a very like good person in general, but also like I've put some thought into like the characters that I haven't designed yet. Green, as I said before, I had her as like Red's girlfriend, but I'm probably going to get rid of that because I don't like the color palette of red and green. Sorry, Christmas. I know you're like a few days away, but I don't like red and green together. They don't work that well as colors. So I decided, okay, well, I'll just do literally anything else. And I haven't decided other than that Red's gonna save someone, and they're just gonna be like, what? And they are gonna become friends, and they're going to make a vigilante group, and it's gonna be great. I'm not even sure if I'm using that right. Basically, they're like superheroes, but not. And I should have just done research into it before going out and talking about it, but it's whatever. I should have talked more about Red's design while Red was on screen, but I haven't decided on ages. I'm thinking like 22 to 25 age range, just for their backstories to properly fit. And yeah, I still kept their vibrant hair colors. I still really liked those. Especially you see with Pink. If it's a wig, I'm not sure how it stays on. It looks so heavy, but it's probably a wig. I doubt that your hair can look that poofy and healthy while still being bright pink. In the end, I'm really happy with how Red and Pink turned out. Design-wise, I didn't change much, but once I sat down and decided, okay, I'm going to do purple next, things had to change. So I completely overhauled her character. I still liked her as the techie of the group, but she just needed to change. I looked at the first design and I saw how I used to draw hair in like big old segments because I heard that's how you do it. And while I was on the right path, I kind of executed that very poorly. But I went, okay, well, I can make them like, didn't want to mess it up, but basically I just searched up hairstyles and picked one that I really liked, and it looked like very cute, and I decided, hey, this is going to work. So when I sat down and drew a character, I still wanted her to be kind of that For some reason, despite her being the most powerful, I kept her as a quiet and timid character, which made no sense in the first design. She should have been very, like, standoffish, but I instead made her more of a, like, often outcasted of the group, which was just me saying I don't like her design and then working it into the canon. But when I decided to redesign her, I made her more of like just she manages everything, kind of like a manager overall, because she was that sixth character that didn't really fit in, and like she would be the manager of like, okay, what crimes are they gonna commit and when, or what crimes are they gonna stop and when, type thing, rather than just, oh, ha ha ha, hacking, whoa whoa whoa, I'm a copy of a Winx character. And then I just, especially with her, it was hard to decide what she would wear, because I just thought, okay, well she's a businesswoman, but in the end I gave her like this cool checkered pattern, which was hard to draw on clothing, and whenever I redraw her again, I'm not gonna do that, but I did end up really liking how her hair turned out with all the purplies and like the dark ombre sort of thing. I don't know how she does it, but she pulls it off amazingly. I've been rambling on for a while now. In fact, I'm like a few minutes over how long the video actually is. But hey, if you liked it, please like and subscribe. It genuinely means the world to me, and I know so many people say this, but it makes my motivation go up and makes making videos a heck of a lot easier. Hopefully I'll be able to continue making more things, but school has been taking a toll on me. But hey, whatever. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye bye.